Alright, in this video I want to get into sample packs. I know I've discussed this before and I just wanted to make something clear. I don't think there's anything wrong with using sample packs in the instance that you cut it up and manipulate it some way so you make it your own. But in industrial music, the whole idea of industrial music is that it is a DIY culture, really. It's the idea that you're taking something and making something essentially from nothing. And when I say don't use sample packs, what I'm really getting at is, at least in my mind, there's more value in creating your own drum loops, creating your own synth sounds, creating your own bass synth sounds, all of that kind of stuff, your own pads, your own... I think there's more, at least in my mind, there's more value there. I think there's something to be said of creating your own sounds. I would almost say there's almost a sense of pride in it. In the sense that you've taken something, you created something new, a new synth sound or a new drum loop or just drum sounds in general or whatever it is, and you've made your own sounds. And I think, I think there's something to be said in making your own sounds. That's all I really wanted to clear up in the video about sample packs. I did do a video in the past about possibly making sample packs for, producers that are following this channel. I still, out of all honesty, I'm kind of hesitant about that because I think there's more to be, as I already stated, there's more to be said of creating your own sounds and your own samples and going out into the environment and sampling your own things. Like that is the other thing about sampling. If you have a device that you can take out into the environment outside, or even in your studio or whatever it is, and you're sampling, like hitting hammers on cans or pots and pans or steel pipes and shit like that, I think you're creating something that's different. It's custom to you and your sound. If you're going out sampling in environments out about in an urban environment or an industrial area, you're capturing these moments in time that will never be able to be replicated, and you have something original and something that somebody else doesn't have. So for me, first of all, I think doing sample packs doesn't make sense anymore. so I likely won't do that. And I'll repeat this once again, there really is something to be said of creating your own sounds, creating your own samples. Say you enjoy this fucking synth line in a Nine Inch Nails song and you want to do something similar. The idea is not to necessarily steal that sound, but you can take whatever soft synth or even hardware synth and create an estimation of what that sound would be on your synths or in your soft synths and shit. And you get to walk away from that with pride, and there's a sense of pride with creating your own sounds because you have something that nobody else does. And I think there's something to be said of that, and especially with industrial music and industrial music culture. If you are an industrial music artist or producer, I think it's important to create your own sounds and have your own custom sounds and something that nobody else has. And the other positive side of that is that if you have something that nobody else has sonically, you've done something original, and you have something that nobody else can create or they can definitely get an idea of what you've done to make those sounds, but they can't. There's no way that they would be able to create those sounds exactly, unless of course you gave them a tutorial on how to make those sounds. But yeah, that's all I wanted to get into this video. I know I discussed sample packs in the past and possibly doing them for myself and whoever follows this channel, and I also did recently do a video in the last month or so about maybe not using sample packs due to, you know, copyright violations and stuff like that, and the repeatability of those sounds and the unoriginal, you would just sound like everyone else essentially. You would sound like everyone that uses those samples or whatever, you're going to sound like everyone else. And there's something to be said of originality, and there's something to be said of doing things your own way and doing it yourself, which is industrial music. Doing things in your own fashion, doing things do it yourself. That's all I was trying to say. This video is carried on way too long. At any rate, hope you folks are doing well. We've got all kinds of new music. We're releasing albums monthly now, so if you haven't had a chance to listen to or download our music yet, you can do that at twitch-official.bandcamp.com. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you have any questions or comments regarding sample packs, I'd definitely love to hear your ideas and thoughts surrounding them. If you feel this video has value, please share it. And if you enjoy what's on this channel, hit that subscribe button and be notified when the next video comes out. So see you in the next video.